Hi, Caleb with Brownells here, and in today's quick tip, I wanted to talk about how to add or remove a muzzle device from the BRN-180 upper receiver. This may seem like a lot of common sense to some of you out there, but because the BRN-180 upper receiver can't use a traditional AR upper vice block, it can be a little bit tricky or hard to figure out, and there's a few different ways to go about it, and let's go ahead and talk about them. First thing I'm going to do is just pull the guts out of this 180 upper here. We'll just get that stuff out the way. There's two methods to go about it. The first one being, removing the handguard, pulling off the gas system, and just using some barrel vice jaws that act as a barrel vice, so the vice jaws that have basically barrel vice cuts in them. That's one way to go about it. But that's really only necessary if you have a really stubborn muzzle device that you're trying to get off. So just install a standard muzzle device. We don't need to do any of that. So if you notice on the sides here, around this trunnion area, the receiver is perfectly flat. And you can actually grip it there in a vise if you're using padded vice jaws. And don't try that on a standard AR-15 upper. Those you can very easily crush something. On this you're not going to, because you have aluminum with a steel insert inside of there, so you're just fine to clamp it that way. So I'll go ahead and show you here. Alright, so we have our padded vice jaws. And yes, you want to use padded vice jaws. If you have smooth vice jaws, you can use something to put in between there, like some cardboard or cardstock or something like that, and you should be okay. But if you can, I recommend using padded vice jaws. Alright, so what we're going to do is just put the center of this trunnion here and the center of those vice jaws and clamp it down nice and snug. You don't have to go crazy and put a bunch of torque and tighten this vice down really tight, because the sides of the receiver are flat and the vice jaws themselves are flat, so it's going to keep it from twisting. You don't have to worry about that. And then from here, you just take a crush washer, thread on your muzzle device. We've shot through this muzzle device quite a bit here, so it's pretty stiff. There's some carbon in there. Alright. And then from here, you just tighten it down. Muzzle device, whenever you're tightening it down, time it where you need to. This Smith Enterprise flash hider doesn't need to be timed, so we're just going to tighten it down to about 20 foot-pounds. Try not to exceed about 35 foot-pounds on muzzle devices. And that's all there is to it. That's how you install a muzzle device on the BRN-180 upper receivers. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them down in the comments down below if you're watching this on YouTube. As always, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.